Hey, how's it going? My name is Anthony Costanzo. I am owner at Arc Local Web Consulting. All right, just wanted to make this short video for you, just kind of explaining a little more in depth of the audit we ran. Now, I don't want to go too much in depth into it because there's a lot of little variables that don't matter too much, and I don't want to make this video too long. But there are really two aspects of ranking your website to page one. And this audit that we ran, I picked your most competitive keyword, laser hair removal, NYC. We can just go over our keyword search right here. It searched over 4,000 times. So that's definitely one of the keywords that you want to be ranking on page one for. So our audits, basically give you a score of 1 to 100 for that keyword that you were trying to rank on page one for. So for laser hair removal NYC, our audit came back as a 58, which isn't bad. I've seen scores a lot lower than that have ranked on page one. I like to see scores at least in the 70s is really where I'd like to get at. So, like I said, I'm not going to go over everything in this video. There's really two main aspects of SEO, which is your on-page SEO and your off-page, your backlinking, right? Your on-page consists of many different variables, right? How fast your website loads, which your website, its speed is great, right? Anything under 3 seconds I like to see is very good. Your site loads in 1.27 seconds, which is great. Your URL is SEO friendly. It doesn't really matter too much that you don't have that exact keyword in your URL. Right here, your title tag. This is very important, right? Your title tag is, right here, right? Infinity Laser Spa homepage. This is one of the first things Google's looking at to see what you do and where you do it. So you want to make sure you have your most competitive keyword in your title tag and in your description underneath. You can see your description has all your times and your contact information, which is good, but you want to make sure you implement some sort of keywords in there, right? If we go to Google and we type in laser hair removal NYC, right? We scroll up top, laser hair removal NYC, and we scroll down to the organic section here. You could see all your competition has laser hair removal NYC in the title tag somewhere in it, right? So you got to make sure you implement that some way, somehow. It's pretty easy to do. So that's one of the first things you need to do. Like I said, the description tag is something you need to change. Your images, your alt tags, you could change the back end of that. I don't want to get too much into that because that's not a huge deal. But really overall, right here, your headings, right? Your H1 and H2 tags, believe it or not, these are actually very important. And an H1 tag is basically, the header of your website on your homepage. So it might be like learn more or hot summer sale or something like that. I would have to dig a little deeper into it. But after basically your title tag, Google goes to your website and they look at your H1 tags. So like I said, you need to implement these keywords in your headers on your website so Google knows what you do and where you do it, right? So after you make your H1 tags, then comes the content, right? That's one of the most important parts of on-page SEO is unique, relevant content. I always tell people, think about Wikipedia. You type in, you type in elephant, elephant. How do you even spell elephant? You type in elephant into Google. What's the first thing that comes up? Wikipedia. It's because how much unique, authoritative content they have relevant to elephants, right? So you need to be doing that exactly for your niche too. I like to see at least 1,000 words on your homepage. I love how you have a blog here, which is great. Just make sure you keep up on it. Just relevant information to your industry, and that's really the first steps, right? So kind of just to go over the most important things for your on-page SEO. Change your title tags, your description tags, right, to your most competitive keyword, and your H1 tags, and then have all relevant, unique content to your niche at least 1,000 words on your homepage and all throughout your, your service tabs. And those are really the most important steps off the bat, right? So that's something we could definitely help you out with. We have a whole team of writers that have been doing this for a long time. We've worked in this industry, so we know exactly what keywords to go after and how to write them throughout your page, right? So that's the first part. On-page SEO, get your content down, really narrow it down to the keywords you want to go after. Second part is backlinking, right? Think of backlinking as someone else on the web talking about your website. For example, if the New York Gazette wrote an article about the best laser treatment in the city, and they said go check out infinitylaserspa.com. That's someone else on the web talking about your website. Not only is that someone else on the web talking about your website, it's the New York Gazette. They're very important. They're very trusted, established in Google already. So since they're linking back to your website, they're trusted, this is what makes your website trusted, right? And this is really one of the most important things ranking wise you could do, is get high trusted links linking back to your website, right? So what I did here was I put you, okay, that's actually your competitor, right? Let me put you into Majestic. I'll show you right here the amount of trust you have within Google, right? So trust flow is basically the people that are linking back to you, and it shows how much Google really trusts your website. So you have a trust flow of 0. You have about 7 domains linking back to your website which aren't trusted at all, and it's not sending any any trust back to you. Compared to your competition here, let's go up here. Excuse me one second. Let's type in these guys. Right, they ranked number 1 for laser hair removal NYC, your most competitive keyword. They have a trust flow of 15, right, which is relatively high. Anything in the double digits, I like to say, is high, but it really won't take much to beat them out. Right, they have about 24 domains linking back to them. The cool thing about my company, my industry, we have partners. Hundreds of partners with high trusted, blogs, articles that are very established, very trusted within Google. And since we have these partnerships with these people, they send high quality links back to your website, which really just shoots you up the ranks, right? The whole point of beating, or the whole point of ranking your website to page 1 is you have to beat your competitors out, in certain aspects of SEO, which backlinking, if you beat your competition out in backlinking alone, you're going to rank to page 1 over time, right? So that's really it in a nutshell. Like I said, there's a lot of other little things that goes into it. If if you have any other questions about this audit, I'd be happy to answer. I just didn't want to make this video too long going into little things that don't matter too much, right? At the end of the day, Google cares about 2 things, and that's the content that you're writing on your website that is unique, it's authoritative, and the backlinking that you're doing, that the links that are coming back to your website, that they're highly trusted sources, so Google is able to trust your website, right? So that's really it. If you have any questions, I would love to talk to you, set up a phone call. I'd be happy to take a trip down to New York City to even meet you in person. We all are located in Albany. So I appreciate you watching this video, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.